Now, where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
On autumn's breath, till time while home in truth. Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Ortha.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
And what can I do for you? But you won't hear me complaining. The only drawback... Still... I remember it like it was yesterday. You're our leader now, Clan. Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you? Well, don't just stand there, go. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Welcome back, Sid. Oh, keep your mug handy.
Think it's all right to touch him?
I don't know. You go first. You look like you could do with a drink. Coming right up.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Welcome back, Sid. The usual then. Oh, keep your mug handy. What can I get you, Sid? Shout if you need...
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Welcome back, Sid. Might be a mug. Oh, keep your mug handy. What can I get you, Sid? Thirsty. Tell me, Sid, have you ever thought about trying the wine? It ain't half as sour as that, Swill, and it'll get you tippled twice as fast. Speaking of which, you know that friend of yours over in Lostwing? What's his name? Kenton? Quinn? Quinston? Anyway, the red from his vineyards is some of the finest in Storm, which is why it's worth an emperor's ransom, and harder to come by than a cup of Grieger's tears. Have you ever wondered why that might be? 'Cause I heard it's down to the fact that he buries the bodies of anyone who crosses him under the trellises so the vines can soak up their blood. That can't be true, can it?
Can... what?
Oh, you weren't even listening.
Of course I was. That was... very interesting.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you? Welcome back, Sid. Coming right. Oh, keep your mug handy.
Clive. Things here ain't too bad. Nah. You've... because I haven't. Still. So, what'll it be? Could last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
It would explain Blackthorn's foul mood. All that pounding must be splitting his skull.
How much water can a flower drink?
About as much as a bothersome boy.
It's not the ether. It's the water.
Won't be long now, Martel. You'll try your apples soon enough. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, As you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for it.
Oh, she always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her. You hear that, Martel? Martel would have wanted the curse breakers to be the first to try our apples. I'm sorry to put you to the trouble, Sid. But thanks.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it drink. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
And you say Sid built this place?
Well, one can't really build what's been lying around for several thousand years. But it was his idea we claim it for our own.
There was a time I only had eyes for.
They say removing a brand is almost as painful as getting one.
There was a time I only had eyes for Otto. But then I saw the light, and his name is Cole. That way he looks at you like a frightened fawn who's lost his mother. Oh, if only I could shoot an arrow through his heart.
Once the Dalmegs have laid siege to the Dominion, very little will be leaving Twinside, including the many medicines distilled there.
What's the matter, Nick? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to us. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Right. The people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. But with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So then perhaps I can. I don't think so.
Thought Martha's all right.
Yep. Others weren't so lucky, though.
Without a ship to carry her there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
You two look like you could use something to eat.
Martel. Now, where have I...
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan...
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
A gift from the back.
Blimey, these take me back. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at them.
That sounds like the Sid I knew already.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourself? Hang on.
He's up.
I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will ya?
Not so much. Well, I've got some. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and,
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Anywhere is...
can't remember the last time I had fresh fruit.
Planning a journey.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Clive! Oh, same old. So, oh. And Sid? But he's still with us too. Quick look. Always something in there.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the...
The patron's whisk, does that mean someone else?
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified. Business is busy. Still. Words are immortal. Your benefactors are a generous lot. You earned this. Hasn't been delivered yet, I'm afraid. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Ah, my favorite pupil. How may I help you today? Thus ends today's lesson.
Them old apples were enough to...
That broom's as ragged as goat's locks.
Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And they were clearly very fond.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind. Even to a tongue-tie, she put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Mark?
And through you. Her dream would have died with her.
I didn't do anything, really, but...
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see the... They like your fruit, Martel? Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about
Depending on who you ask, this lake was either formed when one of the fallen cities plummeted from the sky, or when a giant worm dug a lair for itself. My guild.
Damn blighted bilge. Aside from the holes in my hull.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tet does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen.
Of course, your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland.
Well, I'm glad to make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a far away. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest.